Closer to retirement, you may ask yourself, how much longer do I need to work? Today's Your Dime sponsor, Rooted Wealth Advisors, takes a closer look at the options when it comes to staying or leaving. Duke Smith is here with us now. So here I'm seeing workers older than the age of 50 are at a greater risk of becoming unemployed. So we need to be mindful of some things.
Yeah, definitely. You really got to be paying attention of, is it worth keeping your job, both because of the health risks as well as, could you potentially be laid off? A lot of places are laying off those older workers with some of the COVID layoffs.
Yeah, okay, so you've got 3 questions for us to consider. So question number 1, how will you get health insurance?
That is really a big one for people that are retiring before the age of 65. Because while you're working, most of the time you're on an employer-sponsored plan. You're getting health insurance benefits through your work. Once you hit the age of 65, you'll step onto Medicare. But if we retire, we've really got to figure out how we're going to bridge those two together to make sure that we still have health insurance coverage. There's really a few ways that we can do that. The first is we could have some Cobra benefits that can extend for up to 18 months after we leave our job. Those can be a little bit costly, so we just have to make sure.
No joke. I was on Cobra for a while, and it is outrageous.
It is expensive, so we definitely have to weigh the cost there versus the benefit. The other one is we could buy an individual plan through the healthcare exchange, or we could really risk it, so we could, not get any coverage at all. So,
what about a spouse? Could you get on with them, maybe?
That could be another option. Is if you're retiring early, your spouse is still working. You may be able to jump over and get some benefits through their employer as well. It's really just those few options are probably your best ones to take a look at.
Yeah, I would definitely, though, recommend people getting some health insurance.
Yep, definitely.
Because you never know. Especially
make sure you got that.
Yeah, and as you age, you never know what ailment may take over. Okay, up next, what are the implications for Social Security?
So if you do take Social Security early, there's definitely some implications there. For every year you take it before your full retirement age, you're going to lose roughly 6%. You can take it as early as 62, or you can wait as late as 70. And every year you're going to wait after your full retirement age, it gains roughly 8% at that point. So it's a pretty big difference when we think about the difference between taking it early, taking it at full retirement age, or wait until 70. Also, by retiring early, there may be a few of those earnings years that are left off of there as well that may reduce the amount that we get from Social Security.
Social Security is so confusing to me, so I'm glad that you all are able to kind of figure it out and navigate it. The final question that you encourage people to ask themselves when they're trying to decide to stay or go is, can you afford to stop working? I think that comes with some proper planning if you know the answer to that one.
Yeah, that definitely is a big one. Because if we can afford to retire, we definitely should probably consider it if we're worried about the health risks that come with our job or worried about our employment not being there any longer. Definitely planning for it financially is going to be a big one, especially if we're under 59 and a half and we won't have access to those retirement accounts quite yet. We're going to have to figure out how to bridge those few years financially till we can start drawing off of those without any penalties.
Okay, you've got a great guide put together. Tell me about it.
So we did put this little guide together that helps step you through some of those questions, gives you a few more things that you should be looking for. Everybody watching today can get it by going to stayOrretire.com. Easy
enough. Lots of great information in there to help you kind of start figuring out, should I stay or should I go? And hopefully the answer is go. It's time to retire. It's time to live life, right? But you got to have the right plan, and if you need help putting that plan together, our friends at Rooted Wealth Advisors would be happy to help you. Again, that guide, should I stay or go? What is it?
StayOrRetire.com.
StayOrRetire.com. Easy enough. And you know what's even easier? CILiving.tv, which is where we will have that information after today's show.